Welcome to the Town of Selma Special Board of Adjustment meeting. This is a special meeting because our last meeting had to be postponed due to the snow and ice. It is March 10th of 2025. We're meeting in the Selma Jernigan Building, and it's 6:00 p.m. We're now calling the meeting to order. I'll do the roll call. We have Mark Peterson,
Present.
Sarah McAllister,
Present.
we have Tony Lewis,
Present.
and Jennifer Edwards, present. Angela Thomas is absent tonight. She is not in town. We do have quorum present, and we also have our legal team with us, Chip Hewitt and Megan Clinton, and several of our town staff as well, along with our town clerk, Dalton. The first item is our approval of the agenda. Do I make a motion? Does anyone have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Motion to approve the agenda, carried. We now are to the consent agenda, and the first item that we have is the approval of the minutes from our last meeting on November 21st of 2024. Did anyone see any changes that need to be made or adjustments to those minutes? Do we have a motion to approve the minutes as presented?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Motion to approve the minutes as presented. Yes. Okay, is there someone, Mayor, are you wanting to make a statement?
Yes. So on the rest of your consent agenda, you have the grace period appeals, and I just wanted to give you some background information on that. The Selma Town Council, in understanding that we have just recently been aggressive with enforcing our code throughout the town of Selma in the last year, put together this special period which really extends through last year's code enforcement actions to allow folks a reprieve from some of the fines and fees that have been levied against them because of code enforcement violations. Generally and normally, to come before the Board of Adjustments for any type of appeal of a fine or fee would cost an individual $500. So no matter what the fine was, whatever the fee was related to the code enforcement violation, to come see you is a $500 fee in itself. So we made a special grace period through legislative action that allows for folks to come for $40 as a part of the appeals process and have their appeal put on consent. With that consent, the Board of Adjustment would be waiving the fees and fines related to those code violations. That is our way in the town of Selma, we believe, to show grace during this time of transition from not doing what we should have done to doing what we should have done. And make sure that everybody understands going forward, this is what is required to see the Board of Adjustment, and it is not going to be a same process from here on out. With that, we did have a process put in place by our clerk to make sure that folks appropriately applied for those appeals. On this consent agenda is all of the folks with the addresses and the actual violation notices numbered to show you who actually appropriately applied for an appeal. And again, it is the council's desire to allow some grace to be shown over the initial period where we were aggressively enforcing our code enforcement. But of course, it is up to the Board of Adjustment to officially accept such an appeal. So we certainly did want to make sure that it was brought before you, and we did ask to make it simple and that you didn't have to tick through every single case, that it be put forth on the consent agenda. So I just wanted to give you some background information. If there's questions related to that, I can gladly take them, but otherwise, just wanted to give you some background information.
Does anyone have any questions for the mayor? No? Okay, thank you.
There are
No, you cannot. Thank you, appreciate it. At this time, what I'm going to do is read off the addresses that were given the grace period appeal for the record. And at that time, if we so choose, we can make a motion to approve those grace period appeals. The first one is 405 South Webb Street, 301 West Watson Street, 305 West Oak Street, and 209 North Massey Street, 908 West Noble Street, 104 West Watson Street, 205 West Watson Street, 508 North Sellers Street, 1005 River Road, 811 South Pollock Street, 429 Bennett Drive, 607 North Pollock Street, 516 West Jones Street, NCPIN 26050-91-8543, 502B West Waddell Street, 311 West Jones Street, 203 River Road, 609 South Webb Street, 103 South Church Street, 706 Primrose Street, 102 South Church Street, 412 North Massey Street, and 711 Peden Street. Now, with that being said, do we have a motion to approve or disapprove the consent agenda as presented for these addresses?
So move.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carried to approve those addresses with the grace period appeals. Okay, because we have extended the grace period to you, if you are here with any of those addresses, the case is now closed. And nothing further, no further action is taken. Is that correct, legal?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you for coming. There, we have no questions. We can't take questions. If there's nothing further, we'll proceed on. The next item, well, we do have some information items in our packet board as the garbage collection, disposal, and the notice to abate nuisances notice. That's just in our packet for our information. Do we need a motion to accept those as information? Okay. The next item is our business items. We do have an appeal tonight from 211 North Sellers LLC. Is Mr. Tu present tonight? Okay, does the Chip, in this case, does the town speak?
Good afternoon, Madam Chair and Board. Just to help simplify this, we want to be clear, the only thing that's being appealed is what we maintain, the town maintains to be a violation of the failure to remove the dirt pile, or whatever you call it, on Cellar Street. There was a series of appeals that were made as to grass cutting violations. They never got to a point of complaint. So when we reviewed those with staff, we notified Mr. Tu and basically indicated that it never got to a point where it was assigned as guilty. So they're not before you. They've been resolved. Really nothing to appeal by way of a warning. So the only thing before the board tonight will be Mr. Lamb's appeal regarding the burn, and we've actually tried to limit it to that. We're prepared to proceed, but with Mr. Tu not being here, with him running late, I think he did notify our clerk. So it's in the discretion of the chair. I suggest that we give him a few minutes to try to get here. Because otherwise, if we don't, he may have to call witnesses again if he arrives late.
So do we just go into a brief recess?
I think
At this time?
Madam Chair.
Okay. Do I have a motion to go into a brief recess while we wait for Mr. Tu to be present?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Now in recess. Okay, you'll notify me when the 10.